Breaking news, exciting news, exclusive exciting breaking news. Hi table tennis fans, welcome back to Top Table Spin. Won't it be great? No more 16 centimeters toss height check, no more near vertically upward check, no more doggied hanging free arm in the air, so-called professional service style, and many more surprise improvement to the new table tennis rule by 2028. After all, you don't need to be a mathematician or an engineer to learn how to master legal table tennis serve. Yes, once and for all, gone are those doggy bad services, and finally we can certainly hope for restoring the clean and good manner table tennis sport by 2028, or hopefully, shall we? Yes, rule is rule. No matter how perfect it is, it can't prevent creative people to find a loophole in it and abuse the rule. But at least we have a set of new rule that could fix many existing table tennis service problem, which has crippled the sport for few decades already. Can't wait to share it with you all. Let's start the intro. By 2028, a new set of serve rules that will be rolled out and revolution the game. Before introducing the new serve rule to you, let's review what the old rule is like one last time. There are many versions of table tennis serve rule are circulating around the world. Even different English versions published by unknown sources were used by some umpires. Not to mention, it seems like ITTF itself published different set of rule, one for the public which is available at ITTF website for everyone to download and use. Another one is only available for highest ranked umpires according to Anders Lind. Here, we use the original serve rule published from the official ITTF website. Section 2.6 of Table Tennis Service Regulation.
2.6.1 Service shall start with the ball resting freely on the open palm of the server's stationary free hand. 2.6.2 The server shall then project the ball near vertically upwards, without imparting spin, so that it rises at least 16 centimeters after leaving the palm of the free hand and then falls without touching anything before being struck. 2.6.3 As the ball is falling, the server shall strike it so that it touches first his or her court and then touches directly the receiver's court. In doubles, the ball shall touch successively the right half court of server and receiver. 2.6.4 From the start of service until it is struck, the ball shall be above the level of the playing surface and behind the server's end line, and it shall not be hidden from the receiver by the server or his or her doubles partner or by anything they wear or carry. 2.6.5 As soon as the ball has been projected, the server's free arm and hand shall be removed from the space between the ball and the net. The space between the ball and the net is defined by the ball, the net, and its indefinite upward extension. 2.6.6 It is the responsibility of the player to serve so that the umpire or the assistant umpire can be satisfied that he or she complies with the requirements of the laws, and either may decide that a service is incorrect. If either the umpire or the assistant umpire is not sure about the legality of a service, he or she may, on the first occasion in a match, interrupt play and warn the server, but any subsequent service by that player or his or her doubles partner which is not clearly legal shall be considered incorrect. 2.6.7 Exceptionally, the umpire may relax the requirements for a correct service where he or she is satisfied that compliance is prevented by physical disability.
That is it. The rule of Section 2.6, the official table tennis serve rule created since year 2001. It was good, but not perfect. It is especially challenging for umpire to measure the toss height of 16 centimeters. It is also very ambiguous to correctly and properly evaluate near vertically upward. It even can't define the meaning of as soon as in paragraph 2.6.5 objectively. Not to mention, most of the professional players nowadays always partially block the trajectory of the tossing ball by server's head and free arm right before stroking. Now, we have a new set of rule including many bonus changes that would make table tennis lover even more happier. I know you can't wait for the gift to be unwrapped. Not to mention, there are bonus changes to the game too. All will be revealed in this video. So what are the updates of new rule? Let's reveal them all one by one.
2.6.1 Service shall start with the ball resting on the open palm of the server's stationary free hand.
The original clause of the ball must be rest freely on the open palm has been removed, which means the player is allowed to apply slight grip to secure the ball in the open palm, which is common practice nowadays. And no umpire will ever bother whether the ball has rest freely or firmly on the open palm anyway, so the new clause is actually much cleaner and practical.
2.6.1.1. The ball must not touch any fingers of the open palm while performing the serve.
This clause isn't a change, but a better clarification to the original clause. While table tennis is becoming a popular international sport, in order to make it much diverse and inclusive as in some cultures, fingers are considered part of the palm. The new clause just want to clear the doubt and telling everyone, no finger on the ball please.
2.6.1.2. The wrist of the server's free arm can be tilted freely but must not be twisted or flipped or in any way hiding the depart moment of the ball by the server's hand from the receiver's viewpoint.
This change ensures that both the umpire and the receiver can better observe the ball being lifted and leaving the server's open palm. Previously, discrepancies arose when servers purposely blocked the toss by turning the open palm while tossing ball, preventing the receiver from seeing the depart of ball from the palm of server. The receiver may still waiting for the tossing due to the blocking of the server's hand, but the truth is the ball has already departed a moment ago and reached its peak and at its descent. Only by then the server removes free arm for receiver to observe, giving receiver less time to evaluate and anticipate the strike of the serve. Such tactic serve gives less time for receiver to participate and react fairly, not to mention it has distracted the receiver from reading the trajectory reference to predict how much gravity or direction of toss. As a result, receiver is forced to gamble the return of serve instead of performing skillful stroke to perfectly stop server from making third ball attack. The new rule requests clear visibility of the ball departing from the server's palm, no more sneaky hiding of the toss and praising it like a professional serving skill.
2.6.2. The server shall then project the ball without imparting spin, ensuring that the hand of the free arm does not rise beyond the server's eye line during the entire serve. With or without ball on palm, the server's eye line is determined based on the serving posture when the server initial the toss of ball. After the ball departs from the server's palm, the ball must rise well above the server's total height, including footwear and headwear if any, and then falls without touching anything before being struck.
The requirements for a 16 cm toss and a near vertically upward have both been removed. No more squinting to check if the toss reached 16 centimeters. No more expensive TTR system is required. Setting up 12 laser-sharp Hawkeye camera system with complex AI 3D simulation technology, just to check the height and angle of toss, which has never been practical and has never been adapted widely by most of the international table tennis tournaments since it first introduced 5 years ago. Instead, the new rule states that server's palm must not go beyond server's eye line, but note, it's not the physical height of the server, but the eye line height of serving posture. Yet, the ball must still go well beyond server's physical total height, including any footwear and hairwear. This is really a welcome change to the service rule, as it is much practical for players from all ages, genders, and height.
2.6.3. As the ball is falling, the server shall strike it so that it touches first his or her court and then touches directly the receiver's court. In doubles, the ball shall touch successively the right half court of server and receiver.
Section 2.6.3 remains unchanged. It is clear and well defined.
2.6.4. From the start of service until it is struck, the ball shall be above the level of the playing surface and behind the server's end line. The strike shall not be hidden from the receiver by the server, by the server's doubles partner, or by anything they wear or carry.
Section 2.6.4 introduces a minor change that is a significant relief for athletes. The new rule allows the trajectory of the tossing ball travels across the server's head, making it easier and legal to reach the natural sweet spot of the racket strike zone. Again, it is a common practice of the existing professional game today. However, server is still not allowed to block the contact point of the ball and racket by server or anything wear and carry. Be careful also. If server has tossed the ball behind server's head and then strike the ball, it is still very possible to block the strike from the receiver's viewpoint. Don't be upset if the receiver make a complaint to the umpire.
2.6.5. After the ball being projected and before descending, the server's free arm shall be completely removed from the space between the bat and the net. The space between the bat and the net is defined by the bat and the top of the net constructed by two net posts, the playing surface intersected and its indefinite upward extension.
Section 2.6.5 brings two big changes. First, it clearly defines the timing for removing the free arm and hand after projecting the ball. Instead of using the old clause of as soon as the ball projected, which has always been implemented by the professional players as late as the ball projected. Now we have a much straightforward sighted view to verify when the free arm must be removed. It is before the tossing ball going descent trajectory. The second big change, instead of defines a clean visible zone based on the ball and the net. Now the visible zone is constructed based on the server's bat and the net. This would further prevent server from purposely delaying or slowing down the removal of free arm.
2.6.6. It is the responsibility of the player to serve so that the umpire or the assistant umpire can be satisfied that he or she complies with the requirements of the laws, and either may decide that a service is incorrect. If either the umpire or the assistant umpire is not sure about the legality of a service, he or she may, on the first occasion in a match, call for a let and make brief advice to the server. But any subsequent service by that player or his or her doubles partner which is not clearly legal shall be considered incorrect, and a point shall be rewarded to the server's opponent. 2.6.7. Exceptionally, the umpire may relax the requirements for a correct service where he or she is satisfied that compliance is prevented by physical disability or player's total height is shorter than 4 feet or player is on wheelchair. Such umpire decision must be well informed to the opponent players before the match started so that the opponent players know well that server won't need to complying to certain service rules.
This again is a welcome change to the table tennis tournament. Player will be well informed that the opponent's server might not need to fully comply to certain service rules due to certain physical disadvantages. So here you have it, the brand new serve rule ready by 2028. But wait, there are even more. Didn't I mention a few bonus changes being introduced too? Let's see if the following changes could make any of you feel more happier or more sad. First, a new let clause has been created too to tackle the dark force of sneaky wet ball serve.
2.9.1.6. The rally shall be a let if the receiver can't return the ball because it's too moist immediately after the serve. It's the responsibility of the server to keep the ball clean and dry before serving.
Yes, you might be surprised that the existing table tennis rule doesn't know how to handle the wet ball service and rally. Some inexperienced umpires treat water ball as part of the game. Some will give it a let if the receiver proved the ball is wet at the serve by showing the watermark on the bat to the umpire. Some pro players will purposely apply sweat on the ball right before making serve just to win a point. Recent years, we have umpires banning players from blowing moist air to the ball right before serving, but this doesn't prevent players serve with a sweaty wet palm. There are even players use sweat to win the whole game. But now, we will always have a better clean dry serve because it is one of the game rule. Another new clause is introduced too.
2.9.1.7. The serve or rally shall be a let if the player can't return the ball because the ball is bouncing back toward the net and the player is on wheelchair or having physical disability or shorter than 4 feet in height.
This is a welcome change to make table tennis more friendly to kids, dwarfs, and wheelchair players, and reduce the injury when kids try to run around the table to return the comeback serve and badly knocked into the sharp corner of the table. Last but not least, one more new clause has been introduced in the section of 3.5.2 misbehavior. Previously, a fault serve is treated as misbehavior offend. Umpire will have to give one warning, a yellow card, and award the offender's opponent 1 point, and for further offend, umpire will have to give one severe warning, a yellow and a red card together, and award the offender's opponent 2 points. Now we have a new clause under 3.5.2 misbehavior.
3.5.2.14. Fault serve is not considered as misbehavior offend. However, if a fault serve was caught, for the first occurrence, a let will be called by umpire with brief serve rule advise. For every subsequent occurrence, 1 point will be awarded to the server's opponent.
The new clause would help to reduce the stress of umpiring. Instead of immediately giving yellow and red card, umpire can now keep award the opponent with 1 point if the server keeps making illegal serve. So you have it, all these changes will be available at year 2028. The new rules are designed to clear up confusion and make the game more exciting and friendly for everyone around the world. Umpires will have an easier time, and players can focus on other rally skills instead of keep digging any loophole in service rule. What is the best with the new rule is that it introduces almost no change or just little change to the existing table tennis players who fully commit and comply to the existing legal serve rule. With all the hype, it is just too good to be true, isn't it? I'm sorry, sadly, this is a fake news. I make this video up just in hope that table tennis lover could help bringing up the false serve issue onto the table. ITTF has to improve and to refine the existing service rule. As you can see, there are plenty of loophole making table tennis a bad sport, and I strongly believe that there is always plenty of easy solution available in fixing the problem, like those I suggested here. If you ever wonder, my suggestion of new serve rule may prohibit the use of low toss serve. Yes, I discourage the use of low toss serve as it is always problematic and give a lot of advantages over servers. But we can always specifically set a new rule for low toss serve, such as the free arm must not go beyond the server's lower shoulder and the ball must reach at least the height of the server's high eye line. A good rule should be easy for normal human beings to implement instead of asking anyone trying to visualize 16 centimeters over the air and judging the angle of the toss to meet the ambiguous near vertically upward. Even the expensive TTR, Table Tennis Review System, can't provide decent accuracy due to the reason that the table tennis ball is simply too fast and too small. We simply can't rely on the ethical practices of the players even they are professionally trained. We human beings are not perfect, we make mistakes, even we were training to toss the ball 16 centimeters height 1,000 times. But none of us can claim that we can always toss the ball perfectly meet the requirements every time, hundreds, thousands times. Please don't boast things up, especially when the game gets intense, the score is tight, your brain may trick you to micro-exaggerate your vision in viewing your own toss. And comparing to setting bad rules, an even worse situation is not to follow the rules, or selectively enforcing partial rules while neglecting others. Some even arbitrarily believe that certain rules are more important than others, despite the handbook do not assign any hierarchy of importance to the rules. Many referees and players simply impose their personal preferences and biases onto the rules, creating their own order of importance. Hopefully the effort put in this video could inspire ITTF to create better rule for the sport. Who knows, we might really bring new face to table tennis. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting updates. See you on the table. Until next time, happy ponging!